Hello everyone. Today we're doing TryHackMe Valley capture the flag, so we'll get the IP and we'll set it, and then we'll do a Rustscan. So we get 2280 and 37370. So let's do a Nmap scan on those to get a little more information. And then we'll start a Feroxbuster on that too. This one is I don't know if it's just my connection with them or what, but if you try to go too fast with it, it errors out a bunch. So you got to be really patient with the scan, and it takes quite a while because you got to use. Well, actually, you don't need that big word list. That's not necessary. Just use the common word list from Derb. Saves you a lot of time. Hours? What are you talking about? That's pretty quick. So we get a couple different directories, pricing gallery, notes. So let's actually go to the web browser. So we get this, and then there's the gallery, I guess. So it's loading statically because it's showing the HTML. When you hover over the pictures, it's showing a static directory that's not showing up on the Feroxbuster yet. And then the pictures are labeled from 1 to 18. Those are 18 pictures. Let's see what happens if we just delete the. See what's in the directory. We can see the directory since it's static. There's nothing in here though. The pricing directory had a note in it, so let's see what's that. Please stop leaving notes randomly on the website. RP. Okay. Now let's try the static directory, I guess. This one's not showing anything. So that means that it's loading them from a script or something. Because we know for sure that it said 1 to 18. And to confirm that, we can copy that here again. And we can just curl what was it, static? So if we just do that, we know that there is pictures there because it's pulling a picture. It is a JPEG, not a PNG, but it is getting, there are pictures there. So this is going to take a while, but we do need to wait for this to run some more, and it is, see, it's already aired 1,800 times, and it's only at 50 threads. 50 threads with auto tune, so it should be like, not doing this, but it's still taking a while. So up here, the Nmap scan's done. We get file transfer protocol on the 37370 port. Site doesn't match title. Nothing else is really gives us any information. All right, well, to make this a little faster, I'm just going to cancel this, and then we'll just scan that one directory, so it's not scanning everything until it gets to it. Since we already know that there is a static directory, we'll just put that there. And then we'll change this to small. So it is finding, the images, even though they're not showing up in the web browser. And there's one that's right here that's saying 00. It's only 5 lines, 19 words, 127 characters, which is very small if it was a picture. So actually, let's scroll that or visit the page and see what that is. So we get a message that says dev notes from Valley Dev, add wedding photo examples, redo the editing on number 4, remove dev, whatever that number is. So there's an endpoint. So let's put that there and see what that is. So we get a login page, Valley Photo Code Dev login. So if we view the page source, there's actually a dev JavaScript right here. So if we click on that, it's the login function, and then there's actually a hard-coded username and password right here, and then it goes to another endpoint with a note. So let's copy that, paste it up here. California knows how to party. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so now we can log into that web page. Now it says dev notes for the file transfer protocol service. Stop reusing credentials. Uh, check for any vulnerabilities. Stay up to date on patching. Change file transfer protocol port to normal port. Okay, so now we know that they're using the same username. So we'll just do file transfer protocol on that. We need to get that username again. Already got it. So paste that. And the password is California. California. So now if we see sim files, they're PCAP files from the sims. So let's just get all those. So mget, then wildcard, just yes on everything. Exit, and then I'm not going to sit around and go through Wireshark. So we know that we're looking for a username, um, and a password. So there's quite a few lines. I'm not going to go through all that. So let's just narrow that down and grep for name. And then we get uname, valley dev, and then password, photo 1234, however you want to spell that. So let's copy this and paste these up here. So we have those so we don't lose them. And now we can actually SSH in with those. So we'll just do the valley dev, and then we'll just copy this since it's right here. Yes, paste the password, then we get in. So we just click around, we get the user flag. So for this one, we just change directory and go back one, and then ls. There's a Valley Authenticator binary right here, so we can copy that to our machine with SCP. I don't know what it is. It's like SSH copy. So you uh, just this would be so it'd be SCP, the username. So it's just like SSH, um, and then instead of like the ending, you would just put the directory of the file, or the path to the file that you want. So we want the Valley Authenticator in the home directory. Just make sure there's a colon right there, and then wherever path on your machine you want to put it. So that I'm just using a period because I just want it to be where I'm using the command at. So now we need to use the password, which was um, the photos command for this one. So we'll copy that. Now we got it. So if we look at it, it's already executable. So if we just run it, it asks us for a username. We know we're trying to get to user Valley. So if we just type maybe Valley and then Valley, wrong password or username. All right, so we know it's got username, or it's checking something. So let's do file on it. It's just an ELF. It's not statically linked, so we can't do like can't use like ltrace. So we'll just do strings. And you're gonna have to go way up to the top. To where it actually asks, like, has the function, because there's a bunch of junk right here. Some pretty funny stuff if you really look at it. There's little Easter eggs in there, but most of it's just junk. All right, so right here you get it says welcome to the Valley Incorporated authenticate and then certificate and eaten by binary. No, I'm just kidding. That says your password. So right here, if you look at this, this is 10 characters, and this is so all together this makes a MD5 hash. So if you just copy this, and then we'll just paste it here, then make it one line, copy that, and then we'll go to crack station. And we get Liberty 123. So let's copy that. So now we know that we can get to the Valley's user. So we'll just do SU Valley. Paste the password we just got. And now we're Valley. So if we just change directory, I don't know what this is. Expired directory. Okay, I don't know. So if we just cat cron jobs or cron tab, I mean cron job, cron tab. We see that there's a script that runs every minute as root for Python photo script photo encrypt pi. So let's see if we can write to this. So we'll just do ls. And we can't. We can read it though, so it's just importing base 64. So we could do a, we can see if we can do a module hijack by if we could find a base 64 that's writable. So we'll just do find and then name base 64.py, and then we'll do writable ls 2 dev null. That's not that mess everything up right there. And this, all right, so find name base 64 writable ls 2 dev null. And we get one for that's owned by root, that's in the Valley admin group for base 64, and it is writable to us. So if we just do ID, we are in the Valley admins group too, so that just confirms it. So what we can do is we'll just get a simple reverse shell real quick. So we'll just start a netcat listener, go here, and then just go to revshells.com, and then go down to Python 3 shortest, and then you don't need the actual command part since we're just using the import everything. So just get everything in between the single quotes. Make sure it is your port and IP address, and then we'll just do a here doc. So what we'll do is we'll just do cat, and then redirect it, and then start the here doc with the EOF, and then Well, actually, we need to put this here, so we'll need to copy the script again after. So we'll put this for where we're writing it because that's the module we need. So we'll paste that, and then we need to get this part again. So copy that. So hit enter here, paste the import, hit enter again, and then just type the EOF to end the here doc and hit enter again. And then within a minute, you should get your reverse shell connection because it takes a minute. It runs every minute. So who knows if we ran it in the 10-second mark, 30-second mark, 5-second mark. There we go. So now we just get the root flag. And there we go. So that's the end of the room. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions or requests, hit me up. Peace.